And we are live. All right, fantastic. Welcome, everybody. Today is Monday, April 1st. Yes, April Fool's Day. But I won't fool you. Today, we are going to talk about the stocks to watch right now. We're going to talk about the stocks that I'm trading right now. I want to talk about the Lyft IPO because today is day 2 of Lyft trading at the Nasdaq. And we'll talk about the best stockbroker for 2019. So, as you can see, we have a jam-packed program. And if this is your first time here, hi, I'm Markus Heitkoetter, and I show people how to generate an income by trading stocks and options, but not how you might think. You see, people come to me because they want to make enough money with trading so that they can quit their job and spend more time with their families and travel a lot, like I do. And even though they already have some money saved, they tell me that they don't get enough returns to be able to quit anytime soon. And they tell me that this makes them feel stuck and frustrated. Now, if this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Lots of people go through this, and I can totally relate. And how can you not be frustrated? You work hard, you save money, and you put it into your retirement account, maybe even invest in some of the stocks that everybody is talking about or recommending, but then you realize it just doesn't work this way. So, how can this not be frustrating? And here's what I tell them. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And trading can be simple, and I will prove it to you. But first, let's talk about today's news. Yes, today is April 1st. This means Day of April Fools. Now, I'm not that creative. I can't come up with any ideas. And you see, often April Fool's joke backfire. I want to show you an example of an April Fool's joke that backfires. And this is actually McDonald's. Here we go. See, McDonald's April Fool's Day joke about a new burger angers customers. Now, people told McDonald's that they love their pickles. And so McDonald's announced in Australia, actually, that they unveil the McPickle. And you know what? People got excited about this. And I said, finally, awesome, there we are. Now we have a burger that I would really buy. And this is when McDonald's said, well, actually, this was an April Fool's Day prank. And you know what? This is where customers got upset, actually. And they said, wow, you should definitely make this burger. Anyhow, so this is about April Fools. Well, let me just ask you this. Would you eat this burger? I mean, as you can see, no meat. Okay, so it's all just pickles. So how would you like this burger? And I'm also curious, have you played an April Fool's prank on anybody? Let me just go back here to the screen. Or did anybody prank you today on April Fool's? Let me know. Let me know in the comment. And also, I'm curious, what is the best April Fool's joke that you have seen today? I don't even know if some of the other brands like Apple or Nike did anything creative today. Again, I'm not that creative. Wouldn't even know what to do. Anyhow, by the way, if you're enjoying the show thus far, make sure that you hit the like button or one of these thumbs up that you see on your screen. And also make sure that you click on show notifications or send notifications every time I go live. If you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell that lets you know whenever I post a new video. Anyhow, let's talk about what happened today in the market. So let's switch to the charts here. Let's actually move away from this pickles burger here. And let's take a look here first. Let me make this a little bit smaller so that it is easier for me to look at the Dow Jones here. Dow Jones, let's actually take a look at an intraday chart. So here is what happens with the Dow today. Here's where we opened this morning. And as you can see, The Dow up and away today, above 26,000. So this is here the magic level of 26,000. And today we cracked through the 26,000 and we're just up away. So why is that? Well, markets were excited this morning, market participants, because there was upbeat manufacturing data from China. And so everybody said, oh, well, great, we don't have an economic slowdown anymore. And I must say, I'm very surprised because I looked at the Forex Factory calendar. And as you can see, this morning, the data from the US that came out was actually worse than expected. As you can see here, we had the core retail sales that came out worse than expected. Previous at 1.4 and 0.7, and today they came out worse than expected. So, I mean, why would the Dow rally like crazy? Well, it just doesn't make sense. And this is why I always say, trade what you see, not what you think. Because when you look at this, how would that even make sense? Anyhow, let me just switch something up here really quick for you. And then let me just show this. I'm going to prepare something for you before I show it. There we go. So let's talk about Lyft. Today was the second day of trading, and Lyft is right now trading below its IPO price. So yeah, Lyft, the rideshare company, started trading on Friday, and at first everybody was excited. But let's take a look at the charts to see what happens here. So on Friday already, here's what happened on Friday. Lyft was already plummeting, going down. The IPO price was $72. Now again, on Friday at first, everybody was happy. Look at this. We were going up to $86 all the way up here. But right now we're trading at $69. So below the IPO price. Now, let's first talk about what does IPO mean? IPO means an initial public offering, means that the company is now for the first time ever traded at an exchange. And you see, this is where everybody got so hyped up about Lyft. And I remember this was many years ago about Twitter and Snap, exactly the same thing. Everybody got so excited about this and think that they made a lot of money if they could just get in on this so-called IPO. But you know what? This is where in 2018, there were several IPOs, actually 2018 and before. Most of these IPOs end up very badly, especially when they're being hyped up. Let's take a look at some of these IPOs here. So I want to switch to daily charts. One of the IPOs that everybody got excited about a few years ago, I believe it was a couple of years ago, was Snapchat. Snapchat, everybody got excited, and at first, Snapchat started trading at $28, and look at this, went as low as $6. Right now trading at $11.36. So obviously that didn't work out. Then we had ADT, the security company, right? They're providing security for housing, and everybody got excited about this. So they had an IPO in 2018, January 2018. We're trading at $13. So they started at $11.47, and you see exactly the same thing happened. At first, they went up from $11.47 to what? $12, almost $13, and then boom, crashed and burned, trading at $6.25, so down 50%. Another one that everybody got excited about was Spotify. So who knows Spotify? Of course, everybody knew Spotify. So here, the IPO, really high. So they started trading at $165.90. And as you can see, at first everybody got excited. They got up to almost $200 here, $195, but then crashed to $110. Right now, recovering a little bit, trading at $140. But you see, this is why these IPOs that everybody is getting excited about don't make sense. Let me show you a few more examples. NIO. Right? The Tesla of China. Who remembers this? Last year, everybody got excited about the Tesla of China. Now, NIO started trading at 1266, right up here, and look at this, right now trading at 521. So also lost half of it. Another one, Dropbox. Who knows the Dropbox? We're using it actually in our company. Let's see, it's DBX actually. So DBX is the symbol here for Dropbox. Look at this, the IPO at $30.45, right now trading at $21.50, went up to $42 and now also cut in half. So out of all these IPOs that everybody got so excited about, I mean, it's really hard when you are looking at the exchanges or watching any of the news, CNN or Bloomberg TV or whatever it might be, then you might have heard about Lyft and how everybody got excited about this. But you see, Lyft is actually having the same, right now it looks like, the same fate as most of the other IPOs. There were only 2 IPOs that were successful, and these are IPOs from companies that probably nobody cares about, right? Here's one. This is from Goose, Canada Goose Holdings. It is a clothing company, and yes, they started off here, as you can see, the IPO was at, what is it? Like $16, somewhere around that, right? And it's now trading at $48. So that was a successful fund, but again, not many people got excited about this. Did you know that there is a Canadian Goose company, which is a clothing company? Here's another one that worked out thus far, which is DocuSign. But as you can see, DocuSign also very, very rough here. Started the IPO at 38, went all the way up to 68. From there, crashed down back to 38. So this looked pretty bad, but DocuSign was able to recover. So if we look at these, 7 or 8 IPOs, right? What's happening here? Most of them are failing, and this is what we see right now, that Lyft could actually join the same fate here, because it started at $72, went up all the way to $86, but today, on only the second day of trading, is already trading below its price. It's an opening price of $72. So today's close, $69, today down 11.85%. So hope this was helpful to learn a little bit more about IPOs, because I get this question asked a lot. Where people say, okay, so what do you think about the Lyft IPO? Should I get in? And my advice, no. Trade what you see, not what you think. All right. If this was helpful, please leave a comment and hit like. Let me know if you found this helpful to know a little bit more about what's going on right now in the markets, and just a more objective look at IPOs and how they are doing. All right, so let's talk about the stocks that I own right now. So the stocks that I'm personally trading, and let's go back here to the charts. So the first stock, and I want to go back to a daily chart here. So the first stock, CDXS. So CDXS, a stock today that gave us an exit signal. So you might remember, if you have been following this show, that I entered CDXS last week looking at PowerX Analyzer. Hold on, I need to move a few things around here. There we go. Okay, looking at PowerX Analyzer, and CDXS today gave us a black bar. Actually gave us a black bar on Friday, and PowerX Analyzer tells me exactly what to do. So it was buy to close today, and I exited it today on a black bar, 80-cent loss per share. Not a big deal, because as you know, I like to keep my losses small. So another stock that exited today was CLF. CLF, let's take a look at this here really quick. So CLF was a stock that I entered a couple of weeks ago, and as you can see, this worked out really nicely. With CLF, I was actually able to take some profits already on the way down. So as you can see, this here was a nice stock going down, taking profits and then moving the stock to break even, which means that I couldn't lose on this position anymore. PowerX Analyzer told us to close it today. I took some more profits because here I entered it at 1078 and today I closed it, can't remember where exactly. I think it was like 960 or something like this, right? But as you can see, some more profits. So one of the stock picks that did not work out, so this obviously worked out really well. PLT is a stock you might remember that I entered last week. And PLT, let's take a look at this so that you also see what exactly I did here. PLT got stopped out. So this happens. Losses are part of our business, but no big deal. And here's why. Because as you know, I like to use a larger profit target than stop loss. And with the profits that I made earlier on just the CLF trade, and as you know, there's a bunch of others that I've mentioned here that worked out really, really well. It was very easy to absorb this loss. See, this is the important thing here. We are applying a small stop loss and a larger profit target. So this is a stock where I was betting on a falling market. And if you're wondering on how to do this, I made a video for you on this one, how to bet on a falling market, and you'll find it on YouTube or probably even somewhere on Facebook. All right, the other two stocks that I own, just to complete this here. So SLCA is a stock, you know, I've had it for a while. This is nicely plugging along here. So as you can see, this is a stock where I'm betting on a rising market and it has been trekking along nicely. I entered right here at, let me just see. Entered at $15.90, so right now already trading at $17.25. Was able to take profits on this one already, so took some of the profits off the table. And I also have a video about this if you're interested in this. Let me know and I can post it in the comments here on how to take partial profits. I think I released this last week. Small stop loss is cut in half right now, so can't lose on this trade anymore. And it's tracking along nicely. So these are the stocks that right now I have in my portfolio. And as you know, I'm using PowerX Analyzer to find the best stocks to trade. Now, I personally did not place another trade today, but I know that many of my students and many of you who have PowerX Analyzer were actually looking at Boot. So Boot, definitely nice company. So the idea here is to risk $1.78 trying to make $10.43. So these are the numbers, and this is where PowerX Analyzer said today, buy to open at $29.74. And I know, I heard from some of you that you did it. So entering at $29.74, and right now Boot is up to $30.19, so up 2.55%. And for those of you who caught this, really good. The reason why I personally did not trade it, I just felt I have enough stocks in my portfolio. Now, after selling a few today, getting rid of it, I'll definitely run the scanner here tonight and looking what the scanner in PowerX Analyzer brings up. And again, today there were quite a few that came up. Boot was definitely one of the best looking ones, and I know that some of you took the trade and you're probably smiling big right now when you're nicely up. So for those of you who are interested and wondering what the heck am I talking about here, if you would like to know how I personally trade, how I find the stocks to enter, when exactly I'm entering, when exactly I'm exiting, go to mytradingroutine.com. This is where I have a 35-minute video that shows you exactly what I'm doing, explaining what I'm doing, explaining the indicators that I like to use, how I find the best stocks, and it's also talking a little bit more about the PowerX Analyzer. Now, if you're interested on that page, you can then request a free demo, and so Rachel will get in touch with you and schedule a demo so that she can run you through. And if you're interested, you can get a copy of PowerX Optimizer here as well. Again, go to mytradingroutine.com. If somebody could type it in the comments, because whenever I try to type something in the comments, it doesn't end well. So this is why it would be fantastic if you could help me out. So is this helpful? If it is, type in a comment. Let me know if this is helpful. Click on like, and make sure that you're subscribing to it on Facebook or on YouTube so that you always get a notification when I'm going live or when I'm posting a new video. All right. So right now I want to talk about the best stockbroker. Now here's the deal. When you're trading in general, you do need a broker. You need a stockbroker, or if you're trading options, you need an options broker. If you're trading Forex, you need a Forex broker. Now, you know how I personally feel about Forex. I don't like it at all. My favorite is trading stocks and options. So this is why I want to talk about different stockbrokers. I want to compare them. I want to tell you what to look for so that you know that you can make an informed decision of who would be the best stockbroker for you. Now, let me do the following. I will rearrange a few things here and bring up my little notepad so that I can draw a few things here for you. All right, so when we compare brokers, let me do the following. So we want to compare a few things. And I want to compare 4 different brokerages here for you. So the first thing that we need to know is, that should work, what I'm drawing here. All right. So the first thing is we want to know how much do we pay in commissions. Because when trading, you need to pay commissions to your broker. So it is important to know how much does your broker charge you. And I want to compare commissions for those of you who are trading stocks, and I also want to compare commissions for those of you who are interested in trading options. Another thing that we need to know is, what about the platform? How good or bad is the trading platform? Because you do need a trading platform to place the trades, right? You have to tell your broker what you want to do. And in order to do this, you don't call the broker. You're a self-directed trader. That's the beautiful thing about trading. It's just you and the computer. So you need to use their trading platform to tell the broker what you want to do. So we'll have the platform. And I'm moving my picture around here so that you can see all this. The next thing is we want to compare the customer support, especially when you're new to trading. You want to make sure that you are getting customer support. So this is what I'm writing in there. And the last thing is the account minimum. For some of you, this might be important to know how much money do you need to put in the account. And again, I will move my picture around a little bit that you can see it later on. But first of all, let's get started with this. So the brokers that I want to compare, the first broker here is Interactive Brokers. So Interactive Brokers is a broker that I personally use. Interactive Brokers, and let's actually go over to their website. And this is what I recommend whenever you see this video right now. Commissions are subject to change, and they change all the time. So let's just go to their website, Interactive Brokers, so that you see exactly what the commissions are right now. I want to assume that you're trading 100 shares. Let's just make this comparable. So you just go to pricing, commissions. We want to go for the tiered pricing here. You see, it's really quick to find this information. And here you see they are, I'm making this a little bit bigger, charging 0.0035 cents. So 0.3 of a cent to get this information. So let's calculate this. I'm using my iPhone here as my handy dandy calculator. And let's say we are having 100 shares times 0.0035 means that it would be 35 cents. And as you can see, it's also the minimum order. So Interactive Brokers, definitely dirt cheap here when it comes to commission. So for 100 shares, this would be 35 cents. Now, promise you that we'll also look at options. So if you're trading one option, so per option that you're trading on Interactive Brokers, let's take a look at the pricing here. It is, if the premium is more than 10 cents, which most often it will be, it is 70 cents per contract. So 70 cents per contract with a minimum of $1. But as you can see, this is definitely one of the cheapest brokers that are out there. Now let's talk about the platform. Their platform, well, I personally think it looks like from the 90s. I have been using them since 1998, and I believe their platform is still the same. I believe that the platform hasn't changed much. So let me just go back to the different comparisons here. And the platform, I would say it's okay. I actually give it a minus. I do believe that there's better platforms out there. Now, the next one is customer support. Now, customer support, I'm not impressed with their customer support at all. So when you try to call Interactive Brokers or contact them by chat, it is actually quite hilarious. I might have a screenshot for you here. Let me see if I find this, a screenshot that I took. Here it is. Let me bring this up for you real quick. It's a screenshot where I asked them a very simple question about a combo selection tool. And after 20 minutes, I still haven't received an answer here. So I don't think that the customer support is any good. They are not known for their customer support, which I guess is fine. So you get what you pay for. So the account minimum, let's talk about this before we move on to some other brokers. The account minimum is $10,000. So they are more geared towards traders who know what they're doing. When you know what you're doing and you don't care about having the best platform, if you just want to enter an order, the platform is absolutely fine and does the trick. And as you can see, it is really, really cheap. Now let's go to the other end of the spectrum. And on the other end of the spectrum, there is, in my opinion, TD Ameritrade. And again, all of this is my opinion. I'm not being compensated by any of these brokers to say any of these things. And I know that my face bubble is in here. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I will move this around. As you can see, there's not much important stuff that I wrote on there. As you can see, I can maybe make my face here a little bit smaller. Let me see if I can do that. No. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We get the idea. Or I can remove my face altogether. I might do this. Okay. Anyhow, TD Ameritrade, on the other hand, is a broker. So let's go to their website to get an idea. And again, TD Ameritrade. Let me just see. I need to move this around. TD Ameritrade. Let's Google it really quick. Here is their official website. Always make sure that you look up the latest commissions that they have because they're subject to change. Right now, as I'm recording it, is it's April 2019. But always make sure if they might have better pricing by the time you watch the recording of this video. So the pricing here, pretty straightforward. As you can see, it is $6.95 per trade. So compared to Interactive Brokers, that is a little bit more expensive. Let's take a look at options here. So for options, you are actually paying $6.95 plus 75 cents. So this would be $7.70. Let me go back here to my handy dandy calculation. So this here is supposed to be a 75. So as you can see, $7.70. This is their price for trading one option. Their platform is called Thinkorswim, and I believe it is one of the best platforms out there. Very powerful. I really like the platform. It's almost too powerful. There's so many features that in the beginning it might be a steep learning curve. But let's talk about the customer support. I believe their customer support is definitely one of the best in the industry. And here's why. When you open an account with them, they know that they have a really powerful platform. So they call you and say, would you like us to walk you through this platform in detail? And when you say yes, they will. Okay, so this might be helpful for you. The account minimum is a whopping $0. You can open an account with $0. So this is where TD Ameritrade, again, it's on the other side of the spectrum. Now let's talk about a few other brokers. And I want to basically say they are all pretty much the same. So if you look, for example, at E-Trade, if you look at Schwab, if you look at Fidelity, okay, so they're all pretty good middle of the line here. So what does this mean? Their commissions are usually $4.95. When trading in options, it is $4.95 plus 65 cents per option. So it is $5.60. Okay. Their platforms are usually pretty good. I'll give them a plus, not a plus. Their customer support is also really good. The account minimums are usually anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000. So not as low as TD Ameritrade, but you need to have money in your account anyhow to trade. So it's $1,000 to $2,000. So the last platform that I want to talk about here, so that we complete everything, is Robinhood. Okay, so Robinhood is a platform that is free. So what are the commissions for stocks? Free. What are the commissions for options? Free. Actually, we can make this green because, hey, free is good, so free is green. So commissions for stocks, free. Commissions for options, free. So you might wonder, how do they make money? Well, this is where they say here, very easy, they publicly stated in their statements, they make money by selling your information. When you open an account, you have to disclose your net worth, you have to disclose how much money you want to put in the trading account, your liquid assets. So in the account process, there's quite a few things, and they will sell the data. They will also sell the data to say whether you make money or you lose money, right? And this is all in the disclaimers that you sign when you open an account. Now, you also don't have a so-called margin account, and it might be difficult to short stocks. When you want to do this, you have to pay for their premium platform. And I believe, let me just quickly look. I believe that Robinhood Gold, this is called their premium subscription. Let me just go back there. Robinhood Gold. Let me see if we find this information rather quick. ETFs options, no manual needed, strategize and execute. You know what, let's just Google it. I believe it is $200. Robinhood Gold. Upgrading to gold, there we go, from the Robinhood Center. It is $200 per month. Now, when you do this, you get a margin account. As a trader, you do want to have a margin account, and I'll cover this in another video of what that means. So, anyhow, let's wrap up this comparison, and I'm going to remove my little bubble here so that you can see it. There's 4 different types of brokers. There's deep discount brokers. As you can see, it is interactive brokers. So this is the first one here. Dirt cheap, platform so-so, rather bad. Customer support, pretty bad. And the account minimum's pretty high. Then you have TD Ameritrade, the 900-pound gorilla in this industry. Commissions are $6.95. So commissions are definitely higher. Often you get a deal that you can trade for let me just come back here for you, that you can trade for 2 months for free, but then you're paying pretty high commissions. The platform, I believe, one of the best platforms there is. The customer support is really, really good. The account minimum is $0. So then you have middle of the road brokers, and this is, I want to say, E-Trade, Schwab, Fidelity, Merrill Lynch, whoever else might be in this category. As you can see, the commissions for stocks and options in between, deep discount here, and also the expensive TD Ameritrade. Platform good, customer support good, account minimums usually $1,000 to $2,000. And then you have Robinhood, which is free, but again, you know, there's nothing free. You always pay the price somehow. So you either have to upgrade to their gold platform, and when you do, it is $200 per month, or they're selling your data. And the platform, I think it's an okay platform. So let's just complete this here, since we did have the comparison. I believe the platform is good. It's on mobile, so it is on your phone. I don't think that they have a desktop application, so it is definitely on their phone, which for some of you might be a minus, because if you want to fiddle around on your phone, you're good. I personally prefer to do things on my computer, but this is just me. Their customer support, I don't know much about the customer support, never talked to them. I would probably say it's neutral. I wouldn't expect much in terms of their customer support here, because again, it is free, so they have a help center on the website. Anyhow, so these are the stockbrokers for 2019, a quick update of what to expect. So what is best for you? Well, if you know what you're doing, you might consider Interactive Brokers. Again, very little support. The platform does the basics. You can enter an order, and that's all you need, right? If you are a beginner, I would say start with TD Ameritrade. TD Ameritrade is very helpful. They answer your questions. They get on the phone with you. They provide excellent customer support. If you already have an account with E-Trade, Schwab, and Fidelity, stick with them. They're fine. Yeah, there's no need to switch brokers. I personally would not trade on Robinhood, so it's not one of my favorites. But again, this is your decision. This is why I'm doing this video, to show you quickly here that you can make an informed decision of what broker is right for you. All right, well, I'm having a blast here, and I hope that you're enjoying this show as much as I enjoy making it for you. And if you found this helpful, please like it, comment on it, and if you think that there's anybody who you know that might benefit from this information, feel free to share this video, because the more you share it, the more people get exposed to this, and I think it is good information that I hope helps many traders. All right, now I know that some of you are here live, so let me actually look at the live comments. I need to rearrange a few things. Ooh, if you're online here, I have a surprise for you. Tonight, because we are getting ready to release my new book, The PowerX Strategy. It'll be 153 pages. So I have a few more things. This will be the final round that I'm going through this. I'll do it tonight. Our goal is to get this into print this week. So I think after we get it into print this week, it might take another 2 weeks, but then this book will be available. And of course, I will keep you updated and let you know how it goes. We will also have a companion guide to the PowerX Strategy. And as this companion guide, nicely printed in color, this becomes available, which hopefully also is in the next 2 weeks, I will let you know. And I will let you know how you can get hold of the book. And again, we're waiting for final quotes of how much the book will cost. I want to keep it very, very affordable. So my idea here is to make this book available for less than $20. But let's see what the printer comes back with. I will keep you posted. All right, cool. So let's see, who do we have here? Hey, Holly, so good to see you. And again, I'm looking over at my big screen, which is over there. And there's Dion, so good to see you. Lorena, hey there. Hi, Debbie. Marina, so good to see you. And Marina says, oops, Markus. It's Markus with a K. You're absolutely right. Okay, Debbie says, no pranks yet, which is shocking with 4 kids. I agree. I actually expect a prank from my kids at some point today. Let's see what happens. Thus far, I haven't received any text messages or any videos or anything from my kids yet. Hey, Paul. So good to see you. Heather says that this is very helpful. Let me just take a sip of coffee. After all, it's called Coffee with Markus. Okay. Paul says, Helpful. Jonathan is out of CDXS and PLT as well. Debbie, thank you for posting mytradingroutine.com. That helps a lot. Dennis, still paper trading, almost ready. That's awesome, Dennis. Very good to hear this. And Connie, so good to see you. How are you? Raza, thank you. I know that you have been on a lot of these live shows here. Let's see. Mitch says, TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is free to download, a great tool to use and follow stocks and learn paper trading. You're absolutely right. Yes, I use the platform to follow trends, then purchase stocks through Robinhood for free. That is a possibility. Again, be aware that they are selling your data. This is their business model, and that they are more restricted in terms of margin accounts, in terms of short selling, and a lot of things that I believe a professional trader need to be able to do, and they are restricting you there. Lorena says, thank you. Fantastic. Okay, Marina, Interactive Brokers also has a paper account. It is not bad. Well, you see, there's a difference between a paper account and a demo account. Interactive Brokers had a demo account that basically just lets you place some trades, but their fills are not realistic at all. All right, Raza says, exciting. Congrats on the new book. Yeah, Raza, I like your profile picture here. Thumbs up, right? There we go. Awesome. And Connie is sipping a hot tea after having a very rough day of flying. Very sorry to hear this. Anyhow, we went way longer than I thought we would, but I think it was important for you to know about the Lyft IPO. Hope that you found that helpful, as well as knowing more about brokerages. All right, let's call it a day for today, and I'll be back tomorrow when we will talk more about what's happening in the markets. And I do have a few more topics that I need to cover. Thank you for all the great questions. If you do have any questions, please type them in the comments. This is how I get the ideas for this show of what to cover, because I want to help you to be able to quit your job and make a lot of money with trading. I want to help you to become financially free in the next 3 years. Again, if you would like to know more about how I personally trade, go to mytradingroutine.com. And for those of you who would like to learn in person, we offer free boot camps, and all the information is on bootcamp.rockwelltrading.com. So we'll be in Houston next, and after this, I don't know yet where we will be, but Houston is coming up next in the next few weeks. And if you're in the Houston area, it would be fantastic to meet you in person. Okay, so Connie's asking, will your book be available for Kindle? I hope so. Don't know yet. We need to look into this of how we can make this available. All right. Bootcamp.rockwelltrading.com. Debbie, thank you so much for sharing. You all have a fantastic rest of the day. Thanks for all the likes, for all the comments, for all the hearts. Love you too. All right. Have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.